Welcome to Caribbean Focus. Caribbean Focus is the community voice of Medgar Evers College, the weekly radio program highlighting Caribbean educational, cultural, and social affairs airs on WNYE 91.5 FM, and we are streaming live on Facebook as well as YouTube at Caribbean Focus CF. I am your host, Hermina Marcellin, and we are thrilled and honored to welcome the organizers and participants of the inaugural Miss St. Lucia USA Independence Pageant, who are all here with us today. Welcome, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. I would like to first introduce Mr. Kieran Dedeville, one of the organizers of the Miss St. Lucia USA Independence Pageant. Welcome, Kieran, to Caribbean Focus. Are you with us, Kieran? Okay, let's just give him some time to probably re-enter. Sometimes that's some of the setbacks with the online platform. But I think you're back with us, Kieran.
Thank you so very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you clear.
Well, that happens when you're going live. Thank you so much, and thank you for having us this afternoon. We surely appreciate the effort and all the work that you've put into making this happen since you were notified of this and we contacted you or we made contact with you. I thought was at a late hour, and you worked so very hard in making sure today happened. So we truly appreciate being on Caribbean Focus and being with you. So thank you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity and for working with me and making it happen. So you are joining us today along with the 7 beautiful, intelligent ladies who will be participating in the historic Miss St. Lucia USA Independence Pageant, which we are privileged to present at the esteemed Medgar Evers College in Brooklyn, New York. Ladies, now may you please introduce yourselves.
My name is Torisha LaForce, also known as Tori, and I'm Miss Denry.
Welcome, Torisha.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
My name is Jada Arthur October, also known as Miss Castry South.
Welcome, Jada.
My name is Chanel Chantal Hippolyte, and I'll be representing Sufra South.
Welcome.
My name is Kelly Indy Smith, and I am Miss Choiseul.
Welcome, Kelly.
My name is Nika Andre, and I'll be representing Sufer North.
Welcome. Are we missing anyone?
I believe we are awaiting Trisha and Chauncey.
Trisha, I think you're on mute. Maybe if you unmute. And Chauncey? Okay. Again, some of the setbacks with being online and using this platform, but I'd like to welcome everyone again and congratulations to all of you for being part of the pageant. I know how grueling it probably was to, even preparing yourselves to be in this phenomenal event. So let me begin with you, Kieran. I'm not sure. I'm hearing an echo, and I hope it's not on my end. And everyone is muted. Yes. So yes. So please make sure that you're muted, so we don't get an echo. And then Kieran, you could unmute because I'm beginning with you. You are originally from Mabuya Valley in Dennery. Tell us a little bit about this area in St. Lucia.
Mabia Valley is actually in Dennery North. Um, it's a very picturesque area of St. Lucia, known for farming. So when you drive through Dennery North, you drive through Mabia Valley, fields of bananas, coconuts, and that's what the area has been predominantly known for. And a lot of fun things, as far as entertainment, that's where you could say, well, Educator is from. So you have culture is big and bright in Denrinoff. So the Laros, the Marguerite, the drumming, that's what it's known for. And then now, recently, we have everyone going to St. Lucia. And when you're driving from the airport or going to the airport, you have to pass that famous bread stand, which is in Tamazo. So if you don't know where Mabia Valley is or Denry North is, the bread stand is actually um, that is Denry North, the start of Denry North. So once you hit that area, you are in Denry North. And Denry Mabia Valley is actually the eastern side of St. Lucia. So it's green and it's St. Lucia, simply beautiful.
And even more interesting is your diverse and rich work experience, first as a former field producer and writer for Channel 11 News, WPIX, a senior financial transplant coordinator at NYU Langone Tisch Hospital. I hope I pronounced this correctly.
Yes.
A lead vocalist for Inferno Band New York,
Yes.
a board member of Tropical Fete Inc., New York, and a financial secretary of St. Lucian United Association, and the former vice president of St. Lucia House Foundation, as well as a former president of Sacred Heart University Caribbean Club. How has your work experience, specifically as the former vice president of St. Lucia House Foundation and a former president of Sacred Heart University Club, Caribbean Club, how has your work experience in this field contribute to the development and empowerment, and as a matter of fact, empowering the Caribbean community in New York?
I think one of the things that is so important to me is culture and remaining true to who I am, remaining true to where I come from, and always honoring my experience as a St. Lucian man. Now, for us, even persons as yourself, we came to these United States very young. So it's work and it takes effort to maintain your St. Lucianness. So everything I have done in some way is tied to the culture, and it's very important to me that our stories are told and it's told by us, but more importantly that we know the story and we remain true to the story. So anything that I do has that St. Lucianness in it. That's something I strive to never lose. So when you get involved in such ventures, whether it's being the president of the Caribbean Club, working with the community, it's an important way of maintaining the culture, keeping the culture alive, maintaining that connection between home and New York, and making sure that you're not missing, you're contributing to your new home, but you're also contributing and remaining true to where you came from.
Thank you for that response, Kieran. And speaking about making connections and bridging the gap, St. Lucia is a remarkable figure in the world of cultural expression, pageantry being one of them. May you tell us about this new venture, about the Miss St. Lucia USA Independence pageant and its connection to the diverse history that reflects the island's heritage, the island's identity, and making us proud.
Um, I think as a St. Lucian male, and if you were read and you were sort of raised around St. Lucian women, you are fully aware the role that St. Lucian women play in maintaining the culture, in maintaining the home. Some of them were farmers. So it's sort of like the saying goes, you give St. Lucian woman a house, she makes it a home. Whatever you give her, she will produce more out of it. So we have a rich history, and we came here for many reasons. It could be academic, it could be social, it could be financial. But at the end of the day, we want to maintain that tie to home. So for us, we were looking for something fun, but something still tied to St. Lucia. And what better way to do that than to sort of showcase young women who are doing things, young women who are representing St. Lucia, young women who can be a resource to other young women. For example, I knew of you and I know of the great work that you've done, but most St. Lucians don't know about Hermina. Today, persons knowing Hermina could say, you know what, it's like going to the Brooklyn Public Library. There are certain books that you are able to check out with a library card, but there are certain books only reference material. You have to sit there and use it. So we are hoping that the Herminas, they are our resource materials. These young women who are productive, who have careers, who have major goals, who are working on numerous things. But most importantly, these young women who are prime and ready to give back to St. Lucia. So again, it's cultural, whether we like it or not, it is cultural because they are representing St. Lucia. They know much about St. Lucia. In just doing this pageant, and we have not even hit the stage, you have 7 ambassadors. And now you have, it's a proud moment for us at Four Roots Organization. You have proud ambassadors with an ambassador at Medgar Evers College who's actually giving us a platform. Someone who's a poet, someone who has a fledgling show. Your show could have been named anything. You chose Caribbean Focus. So you're making it cultural. So we're basically following the footsteps of persons such as yourselves and giving St. Lucia and St. Lucians a platform and letting St. Lucians know that we have a rich culture, and this pageant is just a piece of the fabric in that quilt that we are hoping to continue adding pieces with everyone's involvement.
And the tapestry is beautifully done. As I would like to introduce and shift my attention to the beautiful, talented, and intelligent contestants, I would like to ask each of you what propelled you to become involved and participate in the pageant. And please feel free to jump in. Any order is fine.
Hi, Jada Arthur October. I wanted to join the pageant because I feel as a young Caribbean descendant, not many of my friends or peers are connected to our Caribbean heritage. And living in New York, I think that's very important because it's a melting pot. So I wanted to join the pageant to show my friends, my classmates, my students that just because your parents may have come from the country and you think you're more disconnected from the culture doesn't mean that you should stay that way. You should go and learn more about your culture. You should be more involved in your community because that is a part of yourself at the end of the day. And we should carry on our heritage throughout our own entire lives into the next generations of our own families.
Thank you for that response. And again, what propelled you to become involved and participate in the pageant?
Hi, Nika Andre here. It was actually my best friend, Terry Ann Compton, who first applied to be part of the pageant. And I can remember her calling me up and she was like, "Hey, Nika, I'm taking part in this pageant and I think you should go up too. It's going to be fun." And I'm like, "Girl, you crazy." And she's like, "No, we should both go up and it's going to be fun." And she actually had a love for pageantry. She participated in many pageants back home, and she just loved pageantry. And I can remember us calling dibs on our chaperone and, just getting excited to take part in this pageant. But unfortunately, a month later, she passed away and she never got the chance to actually do any of this. So, this is what prompted me more to take part.
Thank you, Nika, and my condolences on the passing of your friend. And that was a question that we're going to get back to, but I just wanted to interject here and offer my condolences. So please, anyone else? Tarisha, same question. What propelled you to become involved and participate in the pageant?
Well, it was brought to my attention from my mom, and I thought, wow, like really, you think I should be in the beauty pageant? All my life, I was an athlete. My sister and I, we were involved in sports all the way from elementary up until college. So that is what paved the way for us. A lot of our times was spent athletically. So I just felt like it's something new being in a pageant. It's out our comfort zone. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm becoming, I think, a more mature woman, realizing more about myself. So it's just a different experience.
Thank you, Tarisha. Anyone else?
Yes. So for me, I absolutely love my country. And one thing about me, I'm getting older and I want to help and give back to my country. A lot of my focus is on education and making sure that the education system in St. Lucia specifically is fixed or we have different solutions so that everyone could be successful in St. Lucia.
Thank you. Next
I was
contestant.
prompted, oh, I'll go. I was prompted to take part in this pageant because I really wanted to be part of something historical. And even in the interview process, I asked them, what makes this pageant different from every other pageant where, after the night is done, everyone forgets about the platform that we spoke of, the intention for young women to lead and all that other stuff. And the organizers ensured us that they would stick with us to promote our platform, to grow as leaders, to grow in our field, our careers, whatever that is. So that really gave me the hope that this perhaps is not simply just another pageant, but is actually the commencement of something very important that St. Lucians could look back on in our history, and also pave the way for the diaspora in America as well.
Thank you, Kelly. Did we cover everyone?
I believe Chauncey is having some mechanical issues. She's
Okay.
actually out of country. She's in Cuba. She's a
Okay.
medical student, so she's trying to correct the issues on her end, but
Okay.
she should be joining us.
Okay, thank you for that. And I will ask a follow-up question. February 3rd is actually right around the corner, which is the inaugural date for the pageant. How are you preparing for the upcoming event? Again, all contestants.
I think I'll
Um,
go. Oh,
oh, sorry.
go ahead.
Go
No, go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay, I am using the three P's: prayer, positivity, and practice. I believe that you should pray for anything you want to do in your life, but you can't just rely only on prayer. You have to practice hard to make sure that you are well equipped for whatever opportunity is coming your way. And then positivity: if it doesn't go my way or if I mess up on something, I have to remain positive because I know what outcome I would like, and I can't like cloud my hopes and dreams with negativity. So prayer, positivity, and practice.
Kelly, I see you're shaking your head to that so that you know what you're next.
Thank you. What Jada said is very, it connects because for me, my way of preparing has been just looking at myself holistically and ensuring that I'm assessing all areas of what makes Kelly Kelly, what makes Kelly perform at her best. And I know with pageantry, we have this idea that, you're competing against someone, but really it's an opportunity for us as young women to refine ourselves, to see what areas do we want to grow, what areas do we want to work at. So for me, it's been, in addition to what Jada said, with that, getting your mind right. Who am I? Who do I want to be? What do I want to bring out in this pageant? What are my strengths and what are some things I could work on? So just taking time to take that aspect of things into consideration and also practicing, the talent, the walk, and all these other areas that might be new for us. And also taking time to have fun. It feels like it's kind of getting to that space where it might be stressful and the time is approaching, but I've really just been taking time to assess my needs of relaxation and have fun. So catching up on my shows and just spending time being lazy. When I say being lazy, it's just giving myself that downtime and just turning my brain off because I know what works for me, and I think it's important for us to really assess those before entering something as big as a pageant.
Thank you, Kelly. Tarisha?
With what piggybacking off of what both ladies said, I definitely agree. Just practice, staying relaxed. I don't want it to be a pressured thing, feeling, oh my goodness, but just have fun. Learn about myself, learn about the talents I have, the hidden talents, definitely just have a different experience on it. So I'm just praying, staying faithful, having fun, practicing, and letting God use me, just sharing what I am advocating for on this pageantry and allowing God to use it and enjoy it.
Thank you, Tarisha. Nika?
It's basically been a holistic lifestyle change for me. I've been drinking my water, a gallon of water a day. I've been staying hydrated, eating healthy, cutting out all carbs because I love sugar. I love carbs. And many, many practice sessions in front of my students. I hope my boss doesn't hear this, but I've been having them, look at me and cheer me on and clap for me. And I've just been practicing and practicing in front of them.
Thank you, Nika. Shelly?
Chanel. Um,
Chanel. My
yes.
apologies.
No, not a problem. But for me, it's definitely practice. I agree with what everything that the lady said before me about positivity and having fun with what we're doing. This is a huge accomplishment. No matter what the outcome is, it is definitely a huge accomplishment. One of the things that I'm specifically doing is learning more about St. Lucia, learning about the culture, learning about what makes St. Lucia unique, and just the culture in all plus practice. I'm in St. Lucia right now, just getting all the information that I need, taking in all the nature, taking in everything that makes St. Lucia beautiful. So for me, it's practice, learning more about my heritage and experiencing it for myself.
Thank you, Chanel. And Trisha? I think we also lost connection with her as well, right, Kira?
I believe so. She's actually she was calling in from Ghana.
Okay. And okay. And Chansey, um,
Yeah, I
as
believe she was still having network issues as well out of
okay,
Cuba.
no problem. Okay, no problem. Okay, so I wanted to again come back to Nika in expressing my condolences to on the passing of your best friend, and may you share with us some of the ways that you were able to cope with the loss of a friend.
In all honesty, I haven't really been able to cope with her passing because out of the 5 stages of grief, I'm still stuck on the first one, which is denial. And I always do what I know how to do best, which is bury everything and put it to the back of my mind. And I know that it's unhealthy, but it is what I've always known to do. Um, but one of the ways I've been able to, keep it together is that I'm able to look back at her videos and all her positive messages about empowering women and being strong and doing what you believe in. She was an advocate for young women, and she actually wrote a book about her struggles and all her tribulations. And I've just basically been looking to her videos for strength.
Speaking on the idea of women empowerment, for the first time in its history, Miss Universe will now allow married women and mothers to compete in the international pageant. The new rules were in effect for the 72nd Miss Universe pageant in 2023, where our St. Lucia's own, very own Alika Makiba Frederick competed. As a mother of two boys, what are your thoughts on this new change, Nika?
I've always been commenting on the fact that I always felt that it was biased and stereotypical towards mothers not being able to compete in pageants. For some reason, society treats motherhood and pregnancy as an illness. And me being a mother does not define my capability to do a job or carry out other duties. If not anything, it truly shows how much superpower we have being able to multitask and prioritize and get everything done while still being able to go home to our kids. It is truly remarkable. I'm here for breaking stereotypes and keeping up with the times. As you know, it's ever changing, it's always revolving, and we should too. Fun fact, I've always been interested in taking part in the National Carnival Queen pageant, but I could not because I was pregnant at 19. So I'm thrilled for this new change.
Thank you, Nika. And I wanted to propose the same question to Trisha, and hopefully she'll be able to join us. But we can move forward, directing the questions to Kelly, Jada, Chanel, Tarisha. This question is for you. As educators and or working with the youth, how do you use your platform or title to inspire and empower young people in your community, and not only in your community, but beyond? Or maybe you do have an idea on pushing the inspiration further away from your community that's acceptable as well. So, how do you use your platform to inspire and empower young people?
So my platform is the creative arts and also my professional development as a school counselor. So personally, I intend to be a model for what the creative arts could actually do for persons, and also as my development as a professional school counselor to be able to work with youth one on one and helping them harness those powers of the creative arts. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I think everyone should be a writer or everyone should be a dancer or a singer, but it's really being able to harness the power that creative arts actually hold. And in my personal experience, when I moved from St. Lucia to the US in 2010, I went straight into high school. And that was a period where, young people are forming their identity. They go through a lot of struggles. So being from the Caribbean, moving to America, there was just such a cultural shock and a cultural clash. And being bullied for your accent, for the way you spoke, for the way you dressed, and all these things. What kept me afloat and really made me and carried me through to become the woman I am today is creative arts. It was through writing. So throughout high school, I wrote poetry, I wrote music, and really that was my weapon because now the same thing that, the bullies or society tended to try to break me down for, I use that as a platform I use that to give myself a platform basically. So I would enter into competitions where I was able to share my work against bullying and all these other things that really spread awareness. So I am a living proof of what creative arts could do. And even still today, just still harnessing that power for, as I go through life and going through my various trials and tribulations, I turn my frustrations into art. And that's very powerful. And the research shows that anyone who, writes down their goal is more likely to achieve it. Journaling is a creative art strategy as well. So just helping young people to realize that you have tools and you have resources, and creative arts are a way to do that, to help them go through life, negotiate their needs and their wants. We see a high rise in suicide. We see a high rise in mental health issues, violence. All of these things are because youth do not have the proper tools to solve conflicts and to also negotiate with society what they really need as young people. So my hope is to just work with young persons one on one and allow them to know what those tools are and that they could use it for change.
Thank you, Kelly. Jada?
So my platform is focused around mental health. I was fortunate enough to have many Black female role models in my life to help me through my life, to give me life lessons that I'm still connected to today. And as a teacher with middle schoolers, they're going through the most difficult time in their life. And I think that they just like to see someone who looks like them, help them through their issues, and be someone in their corner. So I just also want to, in my future, if I can add to the small percentage of Black psychologists, I want to be able to be someone in that corner, someone that is positive, someone that knows that, we are human, but we want to be better adults. I see that we, as a community, we struggle a lot with understanding mental issues and mental diagnosis. And I want us to be more comfortable talking about it, to understand it happens for everyone, and regardless of what your life struggle is, what you're going through in life, you should properly understand what you're going through and use that to propel you forward to be the best human that you can be. So I hope like in the future that I'm able to impact many young people to help them understand to be better humans at the end of the day.
Thank you very much, Jada. Chanel?
Yes, so my platform is definitely to give back, bring awareness to education and culture. For me, what I have done so far is I've been a part of CS Learning Academy, which is located in St. Lucia. It's a summer activities program where a few teachers from Soufre Compre come together. They have summer programs where they have activities and learning and a whole bunch of stuff to keep the kids entertained. They also have give backs during the winter time. They have toy drives and they go into different parts in Sufra, in the Sufra community, and they hand out gifts. So I've been a part of this program for about 2, 3 years. And I'm working on something called Elegant Little Ladies specifically to bring awareness, just to bring awareness to everything going on in St. Lucia, having financial literacy, having proper etiquette skills. So I'm working on that. And I want to use my platform to give back and to bring awareness to education and culture.
Thank you very much, Chanel. And Tarisha?
Okay. So I would like currently I use my title as an educator and young woman to just influence and be a positive representation. I really want to be an advocate to show youth their rights, encourage them to live up to their full potential, and foster mentorship and just make sure they have a safe space to someone they can listen to. I feel like a lot of times there's a lot of young students and youth that don't really have a safe space or someone to speak to, express themselves. And oftentimes I get that like I'm like their big sister, and especially since they're like young. So I know I'm a role model to a lot of the youth, especially young Black females. And I just feel like oftentimes they get inspired, whether it's by hair, nails, shoes. And I always try to install having respect, always telling students and regardless of age, actually, just respect and treat others how you want to be treated. Um, just move with grace, poise and just be that example, because I know I had that growing up, so I would definitely like to pass it down to others.
Thank you very much, Tarisha and Trisha. I think we have you back. Trisha? Okay, great. So that question goes to you. Um, we were asking the others, how are you as an educator using your platform? Can you hear Trisha? Can you hear Trisha? Uh, um, hold on. Okay, again, probably some connection issues. That's fine. So I wanted to move on to actually put our mark in for the um, radio program. So I'm going to wanting again to thank all of you for being part of Caribbean Focus. And at this point, I'm going to ask Mr. Dodeville Kieran to give us some contact information where others can reach out to you to get information about the pageant. And so, the young ladies, please stay with us because we're going to continue um, answering some other questions. So, at this point, Kieran, please, may you share some contact information for the upcoming pageant?
Oh, yeah. So, like we said, the pageant is being staged at the prestigious Medgar Evers College on February 3rd, 2024. Persons may contact us via our media pages, Instagram, Facebook. Also, get more information via Eventbrite at Miss St. Lucia USA hyphen Independence 45 pageant. Um, via phone contact 718-607-2810, and someone will be sure to speak with you regarding the pageant.
Thank you very much. And I would want to welcome our listening audience back. I would like to welcome our listening audience back to Caribbean Focus. And we are with 7 beautiful, intelligent women who are representing and will be on the stage for the upcoming pageant. And please, may you go ahead, Kieran. Could you please tell us what are some of the requirements or criteria for participating in the pageant contest?
Well, some of the criteria is established. You must be between the ages of 18 and 35. What we had hoped to do is have as many persons be a part of the pageant if they so desired. And we didn't want to put an age limit where persons wanted to do it, but you were being penalized because of the age. So we decided to go with the age range of 18 to 35. You must be of St. Lucian heritage or born in St. Lucia, and basically be a productive member of society, be one who is prepared to give back and to assist and to just open new doors for persons who may not have had the same opportunities that you may have had. So our criteria is simple. It's about showcasing talent, and it's about spreading the St. Lucian culture, news of St. Lucia, and just being an excellent and stellar ambassador.
And as a follow-up, are you able to reveal who are the people on the judging panel and what criteria will they use to assess the contestants?
Um, what I can tell you at this point is that we are looking for a panel of five, and we have some much interested parties, but we are hoping to finalize the list this week. But what I can tell you is that they are varied from many different backgrounds, persons who are eager to help, but they are all qualified to judge a pageant, and that's something that we were adamant about. We would not settle. So we believe we've found our five judges, and hopefully we will have that confirmed by the end of the week.
What are the benefits of winning the title?
Um, the benefits from where we sit, first, as the person crowned Miss St. Lucia USA, you are automatically afforded a platform to further your goals. One of the things that we found with all the young women, they all have plans and they all would like to give back to St. Lucia and the community in some way. So again, you can use that very same platform to sort of further that agenda. You'll have a team. We will put you in contact with the right persons to get you to the finish line. So it's about helping yourself, but also molding others. When you listen to these young women, they are fairly young, but so accomplished. So we are hoping that they can take all that energy, all that experience, all that boldness, and perhaps pass it on to others. And most of them are educators. They are already doing that. So we are just hoping to afford them an even bigger platform to get those things done.
And what is expected of the Miss St. Lucia USA winner?
What is expected is that you will represent yourself, you will represent the brand, you will represent St. Lucia wherever you go, and do so with honor and distinction. We are not looking for you to reinvent yourself. You are who you are, and we are proud of who you are, which is why you were selected to be one of the contestants vying for the title on that night. So we are just expecting you to do great things, be yourself, um, change lives, mold others, and just become leaders. The leaders that you are, the leaders that you can be, the leaders that you hope to be. That's all we're asking.
Thank you, Kieran. And then with this powerful really encouragement to the ladies, I will ask the contestants and the beautiful ladies, what will be you being crowned Miss St. Lucia USA? What will that mean to you? Again, to all of you, after hearing Kieran's advice and information about the pageant, what will being crowned Miss St. Lucia USA, what will that mean to you?
So
It
being crowned, sorry, being crowned would mean that I did something that was scary at first. Just being in the pageant would mean I accomplished something that scared me a little bit, being in a spotlight, being judged. But being crowned would mean that I am Tunisian enough, even though sometimes I have a little sense of imposter syndrome. Being in New York, have a Caribbean family, going to school with Americans, I kind of never felt like I fit in. But being crowned would give me that sense of belonging that I've been longing for, and just a, a way to be more connected to the community that I was born in, and that I'm very so proud of how many accomplishments we've made so far. And I want to just help carry on our legacy throughout many, many years, and to see how far this patent system can grow and to see what else it can do.
Thank you, Jada. Kelly?
Being crowned would be a step into my purpose and my destiny. I truly believe that I was put on this earth to let my light shine as far as it goes with my creative talents, and as far as it goes with empowering the youth and empowering young people, being a leader, being an educator, and also a creative artist. So it would really be that really bold step, that bold push, and like Kieran mentioned, really offer me a platform to put to work all the things that I've been doing for years now. This work didn't start, when I interviewed for the pageant. This work has been going on for years, maybe as far back as I could remember when I was 7, when I wrote my first song. That's where this work started. So it would really be an opportunity for me to actually let the world see what Kelly has been working on, and what I desire to see for the world, which is change, which is a place where persons love creativity and they love what creativity affords. And we are able to truly like live in peace and embrace who we are as individuals.
Thank you, Kelly. Nika?
Being crowned Miss St. Lucia USA means I'm one step closer to peeling back this shell that I have. It means breaking barriers for me and having a newfound confidence. Just being able to hit the stage is a whole difference for me. Being an introvert and somebody that's very quiet and very soft spoken, uh, it's just an opportunity for me to open up and be myself and have a voice. And it also means making my best friend proud.
Thank you, Nika. Tarisha?
So if I were crowned Miss St. Lucia USA, wow, I would want to be a blueprint and just a representation for women of all ages to have confidence in themselves, to stay physically active so they can stay physically, mentally, and emotionally healthy. Like I said, I'm an advocate on fitness. I've been an athlete my whole life. So I definitely am very fond of having one body. Health is priceless. Like, health is wealth. Invest while you can. Stay healthy, get active. And I just want women to feel confident, regardless of not just be confident of who you are. I definitely feel like it would be exciting because, like I said, it's something out my comfort zone. So I would definitely want to represent well and spread awareness of this beautiful country, St. Lucia.
Thank you very much. Tarisha. Chanel.
Yes. If crowned Miss St. Lucia, I'll be very elated to represent the diaspora. For me, becoming Miss St. Lucia, I would use my platform to launch my nonprofit organization, Elegant Little Ladies. If I win, if I am crowned, I will use my platform as a positivity for young ladies across the diaspora, especially in my country, St. Lucia.
On this note, I wanted to ask each of you what word of encouragement or aspiring other young ladies who are interested in competing. This is a competition. So, what advice would you give? And since you answered the last question, Chanel, let's take it from you. What advice would you give those aspiring to be in your shoes?
So the advice that I'll have is always have a positive look on things. And for me, I think positivity will get you a long way. Another thing I would say is be very humble. Understand that these ladies, everybody, all the contestants, we're young women, we have to be representing properly and just showing each other love and care. It might be a competition, but we're all building lasting relationships with all the girls, all the contestants. So I would think that being positive and being very humble will get you very far in this competition and this pageant.
Being positive and being humble. Jada, you're shaking your head in agreement. So please, what would be your advice?
Being positive, that's really one thing I've been working on for like the past year, I believe. Just have a great mindset, because if you cloud yourself with a bunch of negativity, that's just all you're going to amount to is negative outcome. So just stay positive and also take the jump. Like just because something is scary or unfamiliar doesn't mean that it may not be the right path for you. Um, just because things don't go your way doesn't mean that you missed out on something. Just stay positive, take the jump, don't be afraid. At least you tried something at the end of the day. And that's a lot to say compared to many other people. So just try and enjoy your life and fill yourself with things that are new, exciting, scary, but things that will make your life story impactful.
Thank you, Jada. Tarisha?
Advice I would give, I would say be authentic to yourself. Everyone is different, everyone's unique. We were placed on this earth for different purposes and paths. So once you know who you are, or if you're still finding yourself, it's okay to accept who you are, what you do, what you like. I think once you're true to yourself, that's what matters, that being that core value of who you are and expressing yourself, I think is definitely very, very important.
Thank you, Tarisha. Kelly, you're in agreement?
I would say in addition to that, it was just be start fostering a relationship with yourself. And as far as self-love, everything we do, our habits, our routines, they come from how we perceive ourselves and our relationship with ourselves. So anyone who would want to go into pageantry, I would advise them to really start, forming that self-love bond with themselves where, you prioritize your needs, you prioritize your need for comfort, for safety, for meaningful relationships and things of those sort, and you just move forward from there. The other thing I'd say is create your own definition of beauty, because the world will give you one definition of beauty, and maybe perhaps by the way we're placed on this earth we don't fit that definition. So I think it's really important that we, through self-love, create definitions that empower us and embrace us and allows us to see ourselves the way we truly are.
Thank you very much, Kelly. And last but not least, Nika.
My advice to young women out there would be don't be too hard on yourself. You know, don't beat yourself up. We're all special and unique in our own ways, and just have fun because you'll be surprised what you're able to accomplish. And, just have fun and be authentically you.
Thank you very much. And at this point, again, I would want to welcome Kieran again to the platform. And please, can you share once again with our viewing and listening audience where the show will be held and your contact information for those who are interested in finding out more about the pageant?
Sure. The pageant will be staged on February the 3rd, 2024 at Medgar Evers College in Brooklyn, right there on Bedford Avenue. And for further information, you could check us out on our Facebook page, Instagram, and other social media outlets. For ticket information, Miss St. Lucia USA hyphen Independence 45 pageant, or you may call us directly at 718-607-2810.
Thank you very much for those who, again, were listening and watching. Um, the information is on the screen. Airing Saturday, February. I'm sorry, it will take place at Medgar Evers College on February 3rd at 7 p.m. And again, we have as our contestants Chauncey, Jada, Kelly, Nika, Chanel, Tarisha, Trisha, and I would want to again congratulate all of you and good luck
And
and
Chauncey,
all the best.
you have that Chauncey.
And Chauncey, I know there was an issue with um, I know there was an issue with joining, but that's fine. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure we'll have another opportunity where I'm I know you have upcoming shows as well, where others will have the opportunity to meet everyone. In preparation for February 3rd, I want to wish all of you a good luck. I want to wish you good luck, all the best during the competition. You're all beautiful, confident, and intelligent, and indeed making your area, making your country very proud. And to the organizers, to you, Mr. Kieran, I would like to thank you for being part of the program. Are there others who are part of the organization that you would like to extend your thank you to?
Well, yes. First of all, our partners, the Four Roots organization, staging this event. We would be remiss if we did not thank the Office of the Consulate General for St. Lucia in New York. In particular, our Consul General, Mr. Jeremiah Hyacinth, along with our Ambassador, St. Lucia's Permanent Representative to the United Nations, in the person of Ms. Manassa Rambali, our Ambassador for Diaspora Affairs, Mr. Julian Dubois, and the entire team at Medgar Evers College. Hermina, thank you so very much for all the hard work that you've done on this. Someone would have sworn we wrote you this big check, but you heard about it, you jumped on it, and all the beautiful graphics that persons are viewing today, that was all done by you. I remember you were constantly keeping me in the loop, keeping the team for Roots in the loop. And I sent this text. I just sent it, and I realized it was 2:30 in the morning, and I got a prompt response saying, "That's life. We've got to get this done." So thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for what you're doing for the Brooklyn community. Thank you for what you're doing for the Caribbean community. Thank you for what you're doing for the St. Lucian community. And I can think of no other person that could have done this or was better fit to do this than an industrious, gifted St. Lucian woman right here at Brooklyn College. So you're a resource. We appreciate you. We appreciate the time that you've given to us. And looking forward to working with you again and looking forward to seeing you on February 3rd.
Indeed, I will be there. I want to thank you, Mr. Dedeville. Thank you so much, Kieran. Thank you for your contribution to the cultural experience and for being here on Caribbean Focus. Thank you, ladies. I'm pretty sure you've left a lasting impression on those who are viewing and those who are listening. Yasmin G mentioned that you are all amazing ladies. So I want to thank all of you and good luck. And I will see you all February 3rd, God willing,
Thank
and
you.
wish all of
Thank
you
you.
all the best.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
You
you.
are most welcome. Thank you so much to our viewing and listening audience for tuning in. This has been Caribbean Focus. Thanks for listening and watching. Be well.
Thank you, Medgar Evers.